this is Kirez at Hammer CrossFit. I just wanted to give you a very quick breakdown of what you can do for shoes for the Goruck challenge. So, I actually put the shoes on. This will be fastest, and what I've got here is an Oslo Fugitive GTX shoe. These came out probably back in 2002. They were a popular shoe, 2001, 2002, and it is not an all-leather shoe. It's going to be less expensive. I think that right now these are running $225 is the manufacturer suggested retail price, and I know that that's what they're selling at REI. So it is a synthetic shoe, but it does have a Gore-Tex layer, and it is an Oslo boot with a Vibram sole. They are very durable. They're lighter. They're extremely comfortable. They work really well functionally. This is the Oslo GTX 520 or 535. I get a little bit blurred on the model numbers, the 520, 535, which is basically the difference is the Gore-Tex lining. I don't always recommend a Gore-Tex lining for a boot. In fact, I think that usually it's not advisable. You usually want to avoid the Gore-Tex lining. I think it makes the boots a lot more sweaty in the summer times when it's not hot. And I wear my boots year round, or I used to wear boots year round. I no longer wear boots that much. But anyway, this is the Cadillac of hiking boots. It's an all leather upper, very few seams. You want to minimize the seams, and it's extremely rugged. Of course, it's got the really good-looking outdoor hiking boot aesthetic going on. So this is the Cadillac of all boots. Now there is another option on Oslo that's come out more recently. A lot of my information is dated years back. I've actually been wearing Oslo 520s since 1995, which is 17 years now. Just in the last couple of years, they've come out with a new model, and I'm going to have to drop a link for you in the video below to see that. Now, here are your options for keeping your feet warm. One, merino wool socks. We've already discussed this. This is absolutely necessary. However, previously I said use smart wool. Now I am saying use the REI brand. It is significantly cheaper. Aesthetics may be just a slight class below, but they're the same functional sock, same material, same construction. I believe the same durability, quality. I've had years and years experience wearing these, and I know that this REI sock, now that I've been practicing them, trying them out for the last year and a half, they work well. I don't see any functional difference at all. So I would go with the lower price REI sock. Now I'm going to show you a breakdown of what you can do. One, you can go with a Gore-Tex boot. Your feet will be guaranteed to stay dry. Use a pair of wool socks. Take a pair of extra wool socks with you. Another option, you could wear a running shoe and wear a waterproof sock with it. They're called sealskins. I'm going to show those to you in just a second. I've actually got a sealskins sock right here in black. You see how awkward looking it is. It feels a little bit awkward. It's not as comfortable as a wool sock, but they're waterproof. You wear a wool sock liner underneath. You can wear a much thinner sock. Put that inside the sealskins, and your feet will stay dry this way. You could wear running shoes with the sealskins. You would be fine for this particular Goruck that we have in Flagstaff. We're only looking at 10 hours. You're not in danger of having severe frostbite. All right, if we were going for a few days, it would be a different story. Then we would have to resort to merino wool expedition weight socks, the sealskins, and you'd want a serious boot like the Oslo 520 or the Oslo boots in general. Now I'm going to show you what's going on here. This is a gaiter. This is another option that you can use to keep snow out of your boots. Now this is not a wet weather, cold weather gaiter. This is actually like a sand gaiter or a desert gaiter that I would use to keep burrs like foxtails, other types of vegetable crap out of the socks and out of my boots there. Also sand and dust, because it makes a big difference when you get gravel and sand down in your boots. I've used these for years. I like them. I am missing my snow gaiters right now. They are a much bigger affair. They're thicker. They're waterproof. They come up to here. They're all black. They usually have a zipper involved. So this one, I'm just going to go ahead and bring the camera closer. I want you to see the details on this real quick. This is a Velcro opening with a snap right here. Okay, and I would put this on by hooking the hook under there, snapping this snap here, and then fastening with the Velcro like this. Even though these are meant to be sand gaiters, they would actually still work pretty well for keeping snow out of coming in here through the upper in your shoe. And the other part that you're not seeing is the lace. There's a lace that goes underneath here. Because there's a slightly raised heel on almost all hiking boots, you don't have to worry about this getting worn off. I've actually worn these quite a lot, and you can see that they're not terribly worn down. I've even worn them with a lot of with running shoes and runs in the desert. So that's a gaiter right there. This is, again, a small one. This is a sand gaiter. You could get a wet weather, cold weather gaiter. There's more intended for this purpose. So now what we see here is an Oslo Fugitive GTX shoe. And there you see the sealskins socks. That is spelled seal, S-K-I-N-Z, Z. And this is an extra large men's sealskin sock. It's completely waterproof, and I have it here over a smaller REI Merino Wool Light Hiking Crew sock. Not a very high sock. The other socks that I should be showing you right now, which I forgot to bring down, are the Expedition Weight socks. Very thick, very heavy, longer sock. Extremely warm. Let's recap. 1. Waterproof boots. Wool socks. Carry 2 or 3 pair of wool socks. Your feet get wet, your socks get wet. Take off the wet socks, you dry your feet, you put on the dry sock, you're good to go, you're comfortable, you can keep charging hard for quite a while. I actually wouldn't resort to this option unless I was going out for several days, but you'll be really comfortable and guaranteed not to get frostbite this way. The other thing you can do is normal wool boot, a lighter weight hiking boot like the GTX. If you're not going to resort to spending $225 or $300 for a pair of hiking boots, wear your running shoe. Carry with you 3 pair of wool socks. Change your socks, dry your feet. You'll be putting dry socks into a wet shoe. Not gonna be comfortable for terribly long, but you're gonna be perfectly fine. It's only 8 to 10 hours. And again, you can use this option of the waterproof sock with the running shoes. Waterproof sock over a wool sock. Your feet are going to be very warm, and they won't even get wet in this running shoe. Finally, you've also got the gaiter. You could combine this with either the boots or with the running shoe. If you're going with a running shoe, you could wear the gaiter just to keep the snow and slush from getting into your foot. I think that those are the options I wanted to talk to you about. Okay?